Good morning, San Mateo County. How are you today? Let me try it one more time. Good morning, San Mateo County. How are you today? All right. Woo! People ask me how after 27 years in law enforcement, I can still be a little bit Pollyannish and so inspired and so hopeful every day, because we get to see the Cheryls of this world. Cheryl, you are inspiring, you are my heroine, and there are so many more stories like you out there. God bless you, and thank you for serving our country and serving your family and now our family. As I look around this room today, this is the safety net of San Mateo County. Each and every one of you are here because you get and understand that it's people helping people, whether you are the public, the private sector, whether you are a corporate donor, a board that works so hard to raise funds for this organization, or whether you are simply someone who, walking down the street and seeing a homeless person in the gutter, understands that we all die a little bit inside each time we pass by and know that there can be help that can be done. We had this vision in San Mateo County. I'm going to call it the audacity of hope, although someone's already written a book about that we could take the government's charge to prepare our 10-year local action plan on ending homelessness and actually go about answering the question, how do we end homelessness, and can that be our goal in San Mateo County? And to borrow another great line from another great book that I have been talking about for a long time and should have copyrighted, we got the fact that if the village got together, the elected, the locals, the policymakers, and those who support us from the private sector, we could actually go about ending homelessness in San Mateo County. And it's because of agencies like Shelter Network that we are well on our way. Because the truth of the matter is, there are many, many stories, and 90%, Corey, 90% do not go back to homelessness. 90% are saved by what we are doing, you and I, out there every day. In fact, it was our mayor, Jack Matthews, who said to me a little while ago, Chief, I will admit, when you and the county first came up with this idea of the homeless outreach team and a project like the Vendome Hotel that we all invested in to take those most chronic homeless amongst us and get them off the streets of San Mateo, I thought, well, it's a nice stretch goal, but a little risky because I'm not sure you'll get there. And the mayor came to me not too long ago and said, I have to admit, I was wrong and I was wowed by what we were able to do once an organization like Shelter Network was willing to take that leap of faith and step up and be the shelter for those that we pulled in off the streets. You'll know them if you ever came to downtown San Mateo. You'll know the Michelles who are living in the bushes, the Chucks, the Pats, and God bless Gary Aguilar, who we couldn't quite reach yet and died behind the dumpster at the gas station at 3rd and Delaware. I dedicate myself to the Gary Aguilars because we all know that if we make that investment, we can do better. And so I want to thank first everyone here, and I'm going to challenge you. Now, Jerry Hill has agreed to be my accomplice. Jerry, the DA here will tell you that actually 182 PC, which is accomplice, can actually be charged with greater felonies than the actual one who committed the crime. But Jerry, stand up. Jerry knows an awful lot of people in this audience. And Jerry and I, we both have our envelopes. You'll see your card on your table, and we have our bucks, don't we, Jerry? Because he's the first one I strong-armed this morning. That's extortion, it's not robbery, so it's a lesser offense. But for Jerry, it may be a higher offense. And I have a gun too. But we won't talk about that because the DA is here and that is actually a felony, okay? So let's leave the gun out of it. Tasers may do a little bit better. But I want to say to you, not to make light of this, for the Michelles, for the Chucks, for the Garys, for Cheryl and her family, for everyone out there, so that we as a society who understand that we are only as great in a community as those who are most in need that anchor us down. Let's raise that anchor up. Let's all dig in our pockets. There are 1,100 of us here today. I would say that everyone could find a little something in their pockets to put into this card today, and Jerry is going to help me for the next 5 minutes or so to actually have you stand up and end homelessness with us by taking a pledge, and you can do it many different ways. You can support something specific. You can give $5. If everyone here were to give $5, we'd be pretty happy. Oh, no, Correa's looking at me like, no, Chief. I think it starts at $2,500 and goes up from there, right, Jerry? Jerry knows how to do this better. $100 bill, I've got a $100 bill. Bill Butler, I'm not looking at you and I'm not calling you out, Bill, but stand up. Would everyone pick up their card and stand up if they want to be counted today to help us end homelessness? Please stand and just show us. You can fill your card out later. Stand at your table if you're willing to give something, if you're willing to give a lot, if you're willing to show that for the 90% success rate, we don't need any more Gary Aguilars out there. God bless you all. Thank you. And from the Sobrato Foundation that is going to match every $2 you give with another $1, we are making a difference today in ending homelessness. Shelter Network, you are courageous and you are to be thanked. Thank you all. God bless you. Let's make a difference.